Sometimes I say it I've been saying for years. It just go, you believe Fat Joe said hip hop was Puerto Rican and black?
Well, you said that Fat Joe is disrespectful for saying that blacks and Latinos created hip hop 50-50. Did you actually say 50-50?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's just not true.
That's not true.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Fat Joe, but yeah. I mean, Latinos were around, but you can't say 50-50.
Not at all. Not at all. You can't even say 90-10. I mean,
subscribe button. We are affecting social change through social media.
Where you
Thank you.
been?
Let's get into that. Because I think people outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese,
First of all, let's start by this. Let's start by this.
Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean...
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the these broke niggas is. I'm just kidding.
So this was one of the first clear lies. I mean, the world and everyone in the community knows that Tariq Nasheed is one of the most financially secure, financially comfortable directors / media personalities that we have yet to see. In fact, when he raised $1 million for the Hidden History Museum in about 30 days, give or take, he received a lot of criticism. But let's get back into the lies and the slander.
And that shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Yo, man, you gotta be kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. This was whoopity doop wop. Yo, bro. They have a big problem, these guys, right? So,
trying to promote. Let's get back into the video.
Like your man, Lord Jamar, who's a Looney Tune. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's a loony bin, right? And they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune. Okay, he's a loony bin, right?
Puerto Ricans, do you feel like they played a part in creating hip hop?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Were they early? Were they the first contributors? Yes. Did they do things to help proliferate hip hop? Yes. Were they, do we have valuable people from the Puerto Rican culture that has contributed? Absolutely. But in the beginning stages of hip hop, in the creation stages of hip hop, this was very much a Black American youth thing that had no outside influences from Puerto Rico or Jamaica or any other type of place that you may name. The influences, if anything, were from down south America. The influences were our parents' music. Like, it had nothing to do with any outside people, and any individuals that might have been from those places did not bring that culture to hip hop. They had to act Black in order to assimilate to hip hop culture. That's all that's being said. There's no hatred or no racism, whatever they're trying to call foul on. It's just saying, listen, the thing that you love and adore is something that was made by Black American youth. Get over it. It's not the melting pot y'all are trying to paint it as.
We just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get a guy who, he was a legend. He's brand Nubian.
Right.
And he's the wackest nigga in the crew, to be clear. But now, this nigga might be like trying to get lit, trying to say anything. The world's flat, the this, that, anything to go viral. I just told you I stopped my shit because I go too viral. I'm scared. I'm too viral.
Right.
It comes from a tribe.
Right.
It comes from a group of people that hate everybody but them. There's radical Jews, there's radical Catholics, there's radical Puerto Ricans.
Right.
There's radical anything. If you do enough of that shit, enough of in-house racism, you wind up looking at the world fucked up and you can't even move around.
Right.
You understand? So that's how this shit come about. These guys don't like nobody but them.
Definitely another blatant lie. I mean, it's interesting how when the world shows camaraderie and shows love for their culture, no one looks at them as being in-house racist. You know, for years and centuries, you know, you've had your Jamaican Pride Day, you got your Caribbean Day, or you know, they do their parades, they fly their flags, and now that Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, indigenous Black Americans, freemen Black Americans are starting to acknowledge their identity, are starting to acknowledge their culture, it has become, you know, the greatest threat on the planet. Why is that?
How could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been to my hood? Do you know where I'm from? You know, we did my brother's funerals. More black people than Spanish people at the funeral sitting next to my mother. Do you know where I'm from? But you trying to tell us what happened over here. All the legends I know, when I go to the legendary shit, they're all black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And I sit there with them and I'm like, and they don't believe it. They don't understand.
Your support is valued. I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. By the way, it costs you nothing. It's free. And lastly, how do you feel about Fat Joe being able to say the N-word? He pretty much has the N-word pass in the culture. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. Just hit it, leave it in the comment section. Peace.